because it's just tiresome. Dating this person, they are leaving you because you have a kid. Dating the other one, they want you to get pregnant first before
they
even
marry
get
you.
serious.
Oh my God.
Like there's another one who is telling you, no, first, you know, you will leave your kid with your mom. I like those are the things for real. Those are the things that single moms go through. That's why most of them end up unmarried finally.
Okay.
Yeah, because the conditions that, and you know, you love this kid of yours, like you, for you, she's your kid. So these things of somebody like making it look like they can just separate you the way they want, for like you wonder which one is more important. Those people there, they do not appreciate, like the landlords, you know, they are Muslims, and some of them are old men. Like they do not understand, how do you have a kid? Like, how are you a student and you have a kid? So that used to make me be kicked out of so many houses. Like I used to even stay in some like when I rent, they are not comfortable with that fact. Like they feel like they have now brought bad influence around.
Really?
Yes. Imagine I got kicked out of, like, I think 5 houses in Mombasa.
God.
Yeah. It was bad. So fast forward, I am pregnant now. I still need to attend my classes. I still have people who will be seeing me every day in school. You know, people in campus, almost everyone is having sex, but when you actually get pregnant, it's like you're the only person having sex in the whole school.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's how it was for me. I lost friends. I must, maybe now after people saw that I came out okay, that's when at least we can be friends again. But I lost friends during that time, especially the boys who are my friends, because no one wants to be told that they are the father of the kid. Yeah.
Hi guys, hope everyone is doing okay wherever you're watching this from. Hey, I know it's been a while, guys. I promised you content after content, but hey, my friends, it's not easy, but I'm really trying. And today I want to bring you yet another amazing episode with someone that I studied with, someone who's familiar with me. Atuambie too, I just want her to tell her story, the kind of challenges. We all know this channel is about motherhood, parenting. I just want to come on here and share the journey of parents who've been through it, how they've been able to deal with their challenges. So today she's going to give her story, and I hope that we are going to be able to learn a thing or two from this particular episode. So karibu sana. Hey, hi Kate.
Hi, Sasa.
Hey, let me just tell guys, you know what? Let me tell you how Kate and I reconnected. Can we talk about it? Hey. So basically, we were in the same school. But I don't think we were ever in the same circle.
No, we were not. You were in the yo-yo one.
Maybe I was so popular.
You were popular. You were dating a politician. You know.
Where?
Sisi.
Don't make them think I was dating a politician who was Mbabas.
Not Mbabas. It was a politician who was vying for a seat in campus. Those were big wigs also.
Yeah, in school at that particular time.
Yeah, so our circles were not the same.
Yeah.
But still, I used to see you.
We used to say hi to each other.
Yes, just hi.
Yeah.
Because what else can you talk about?
And then I was in the same class with your sisters also. For context, you're actually a class ahead of me, and maybe that's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we were not interacting as much as we should have. But after so many years, what a coincidence! Imagine it's my partner who saw you coming to look for a house here.
Yeah, for my sister.
For your sister.
Again.
Thank you so much, even for accepting. You know, when I think I went to Val's place. I think this week.
Yeah.
So I went to do something from her house because my baby alikuwa ananisumbua. And I was like, she saw a story somewhere, and then she was like, my sister went through a similar thing. So for me, I was like, I did not know that's the kind of discrimination you faced, because you're gonna tell us in the story. I don't want to preempt it at the very beginning of the episode. I didn't know that is something that really happened. Considering by then we didn't tell people. We studied in Technical University of Mombasa. So we stayed in Mombasa for a very long time.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for even coming to share your story, just to inspire people out there.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. So sasa elezea watu, tell them your name, what you do, how many kids you have.
Okay. My name is Doly Kate Kawira. Some people call me Doly, others call me Kate. My mother-in-law calls me Kawira.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I am 29 years old. I'll be turning 30 very soon. A very scary age. But
30.
yeah. So I am a mom of two beautiful girls. My firstborn is 8. She's turning 9 very soon. And the secondborn is 2. I am a career woman. I am the marketing manager of a cake company called Cake City. And I also do content creation for them. And I am a wife, technically.
Technically, that's what we got it. All right.
Yeah. So, and I am also a daughter, a sister,
Yes.
a friend to many. Like, and now I am here telling you something about motherhood, something that I am also yet to understand.
I don't think. Let me just tell you. See, when you're on the outside looking in, you don't really get to understand the kind of challenges moms go through. Like you really don't. And I don't think anyone can educate you enough on the concept of motherhood. This is something you have to learn on the job.
True.
And every day presents its challenges. So I really do understand when you say you're still learning about motherhood. So let's start from the very beginning, because you said your first child is turning 9.
Yeah, and I'm 29. So meaning I gave birth at 20. I got pregnant at 19.
Take us through the story.
Okay, so then I was in second year. I had just met I started dating the same guy when I was in high school. We started dating in high school. When I was in Form 3, he was in Form 4. So we were in the same area. I come from Meru. He comes from Nairobi, but he used to study in Meru. So we met there and we started a relationship. We know we have feelings for each other, but we don't even understand what we are doing. Like, we are not planning on making kids. We're just doing what normal people do. So he finished high school and went to university. He was at the Technical University. No, he was in Nairobi University, and I was in TUM. So visiting each other here and there. Then now I got pregnant because, wow, okay, it's just a whole ghetto, that whole thing. So I got pregnant at 19. I am basically new in school because I am in second year, first semester. So I'm still trying to understand what it is like to be out there, to be on your own without your parents watching. When you're in high school, you can't go out late. You can't also not go anywhere without being given permission. And now I have my own freedom. And just when I am having my own freedom, I get pregnant. So that means there is no going out, first of all, and then now there's thinking about the kid. So I found out that I am pregnant. I had a roommate then. We had rent outside the school because the hostels were not looking so nice. So you remember?
That's the truth.
Yes. In fact, they used to have bed bugs, and I am allergic to bites. So I had to move out. So I think that is even one of the factors that contributed to the pregnancy, because I have my own house now. He can visit when he wants, and things like those. So, so fast forward, I am pregnant now. I still need to attend my classes. I still have people who will be seeing me every day in school. People in campus, almost everyone is having sex, but when you actually get pregnant, it's like you're the only person having sex in the whole school. Yes. So that's how it was for me. I lost friends. I must, maybe now after people saw that I came out okay, that's when at least we can be friends again. But I lost friends during that time, especially the boys who are my friends, because no one wants to be told that they are the father of the kid. Because I don't know if it's traumatizing anyway. Being pregnant at a young age. So I was so stressed because I don't know, my dad is, hey, My dad is a teacher.
Okay.
Ni mkali.
Mm.
Yani, my dad beat me up when I was in Form 4. So you can imagine 2 years later, I am coming. Oh, you took me to school, but instead of learning, I got pregnant. You see?
Yeah.
That's how I felt he would
Yeah.
take it.
Mm.
So I stayed in school for the whole time, the whole first semester. And then I went home for the short holidays. Surprisingly, they didn't notice that I am pregnant. And I was really hoping they don't, because I was trying to buy time to stay in school. In my mind, I knew my dad will tell me, you decided now to start getting kids, go and get married. That's what I thought he will say.
Yeah.
So I wanted to push, at least I will have completed second year. So if he throws me out, at least I will only have to pay school fees for that year and for the year. That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I even remember when that time when I was pregnant, there was a graduation in school, and I cried because I felt I will never get to wear that gown. I just felt, no, that's what you feel, like your life is coming to an end. That's what I felt at that point. So I have not told my parents up to 6 months. So I remember one day when one of the teachers, she passed on, Niva. You remember Niva?
Yes.
So Niva called me. She asked me, are you expectant? I told her, yes, I am. Have you told your parents? I told her, no, I have not. So the plan was, because I didn't want to tell my parents, and the baby's dad doesn't want to tell his parents also.
Okay.
So we planned that we are going to save, we get this kid. People were doing that in school. You get a kid, you continue living, and your parents do not know that you have kids. So the plan was, when they come for my graduation, that's when they will realize I have a kid who is already 2 years old by then, so it will be easier for them to forgive me. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I had even already told them I won't be coming for my long holidays. I have found a place where I can do internship, just so that I can at least stay afloat. I'm just looking for reasons why I won't go home.
Yes.
So Niva, now the lecturer, she called me and told me, have you told your parents? I told her, no, I haven't. Why? I told her I am scared. My dad is so tough. He's just going to throw me out. She told me, pregnancy is not as easy as you think. Childbirth is not even as easy. It gets complicated. People sometimes need blood donation. Sometimes you need theater. Sometimes you need someone to take care of you. You need money. Yeah, she told me it's important that some people even die. Actually, that's what she told me. It's good that you tell your parents. Hey, no, how do you tell your parents that you're pregnant? I felt the easiest way was to text them, and to text my mom. It's easier to tell moms because I think they understand better.
They do. They actually do.
Yeah. So I texted my mom, I am pregnant. My sister, Val, is the one who had her phone when that message came. Then she's asking she's telling my mom, kuna message Kate amekutumia. There's a message that Kate has sent. Take and read. She doesn't even want to read it to her. She's also thinking, is it a joke? She's serious? Because I was at home 3 months before and they didn't see anything.
Yeah.
So my mom reads, hey, she called. She told me, I won't be the one to tell your father. He will think I knew the whole time. So you go tell your father.
Hey, so she threw you under the bus.
And
literally.
Yes. Because, she also knows how her marriage is like.
Yes.
How do you come and tell your husband that my daughter just told me that she's pregnant? For a whole 6 months, that means you knew. So now I have to now go and tell my dad myself. How do I go about that? And he's the one I was afraid of from the word go. So I texted him also. And my father replied, you're old enough to take responsibility. Hey, now what would you think if you were told that by your dad?
I think he has abandoned me. He has disowned me.
That is exactly what I thought. So I asked my mom. He has told me I am old enough to take responsibility. What does that mean? He does not want me to start now stressing them up. Because if I'm old enough to get pregnant, then I am old enough to be a mom. So I went. They sent me fare to go home. So when they sent me money for fair. I knew they have not chased me away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went home.
Mm.
And okay, I don't even want to talk about giving birth because I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea what happens there. Like I didn't know. I don't know, everybody's as, and even the nurses there are a bit hostile because you are young. Like, how are you pregnant right now? And your age mates in school or something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I gave birth normal. I was very energetic.
Yeah. But can we even talk about, before we even proceed? Because you know, when they say that when you're still young, your body is not yet mature to give birth.
Yeah.
So I can imagine your birth was hard.
It was difficult. I had to do what do they call it? Episiotomy. I think it's called that, episiotomy. It's where they tear the pathway because it's too small for the baby. So I had a wound there, and I don't know, long calls, short calls, all of them. I was just screaming all the time. I didn't even know what's the joy of having kids, because they usually say when you get a baby, a bundle of joy.
Yeah.
I didn't see any joy there because I had cracked nipples. You know, these are things I still don't understand. I am still feeling like I am my mom's baby, and then now I have to go through all this alone. I have that episiotomy wound that is still healing. I can't even sit down properly. I can't, when I go for long calls, it's just crying and screaming. You can imagine. And my dad is passing around. He's hearing, you're in the toilet, you're screaming. Okay, my nipples are cracked.
Yeah.
Every time I breastfeed, it's painful. They are bleeding, and the baby is not even sleeping. I think my mom was telling me it's because she's not getting full because I didn't have enough milk.
Yeah.
Then I don't know. My body also was weak. I was admitted in hospital, so it was just the whole ghetto. For me, it was hard. I didn't see the joy of having a kid for the first, I think, 2 months. It was really difficult. And then now, the most depressing part is that I actually had to stop school. Like, this is a fact I knew ever since I found out I am pregnant. But when it actually now happens that, ukweli, there is no more school for you until later. So when I was applying for deferment, I was feeling so sad. I was feeling so depressed because now that means I'll go back and find new classmates.
Yeah.
The ones I was used to will be gone. That means I have to start making new friends all over again. That means I'm not even sure I'll be able to fit in because already you've already stigmatized yourself. It's not even people who have stigmatized you. Already you feel like these people will not appreciate me because I have a kid, I am different, I am busy. Like, they are not busy. So, but I deferred, and it was so stressful. I felt so hopeless. My mom helped me get a job. Remember, they told me I'm old enough to take care of to take
Your
responsibility.
kid.
So my mom got me a job as a teacher. Some students still call me teacher. Teacher Kate. They call me Teacher Kate. Then you're like, are you a teacher really? So I was a teacher. I was 20 then, and that school had kids who were 25. You see, it's those schools in the
Village,
yes,
yeah.
people who stopped school and then finally they changed their mind and came back. So these are students who feel like they need to approach you because you are younger than them.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you were also pregnant at a young age, so people kind of feel like you are loose or something like that. But anyway, I got the job. I was earning money. They were paying me 5,000 per month.
Hey.
Yes, but it was enough for me to get money for clinic for the kid. I'm not even saying my parents actually didn't assist me. I'm just saying they were trying to show me what it means to actually get a kid. Because if they made it a
Easy
smooth
for
run,
you.
I would get another one.
And another one
and
at
bring it
home.
to them. Yes.
Yes.
So they needed to show me that getting a kid means responsibility. So don't go get pregnant again if you're not ready. they were supportive. Sometimes my dad used to drop me to the clinic to take the kid. But now I'm using my own money to pay for everything. Like they were supportive, yes. Even when I had cracked nipples, my dad used to buy the formula, and the wheat's expensive.
It is expensive.
Yes, and the baby had appetite, so she's using one formula 3 days. So my dad spent a lot of money on that. Like they were supportive, but they were still making me feel responsible for my own actions.
For you, yeah.
I deferred for a year, so I stayed at home for a year, and when the kid now was 1 year old, I had to go back to school. But my mom is telling me, "Hey, you just go back with your kid to school."
To school?
Yes.
Where?
Yes. So I also loved my kid a lot. I didn't even imagine leaving her there. Like I'll come back, she doesn't know me. I don't know. I just didn't want her not to know that I am her mom. Like no, I just felt now, yes, whatever it is, I will take it. I had already been told a lot, and people say hurtful things. I'm telling you, people say hurtful things. During that period, I had had everything that I can hear, so I was ready for even whatever it is that I'll find in school when I go back.
And what would you say was one of the most hurtful things in Uneza that you can remember you were told?
I don't know if it was very hurtful, but there's a lady who came to visit one day, and she told me, "Hey, be careful. This Shamba boy might even get you pregnant." You can imagine, and she's feeling I am like
You're loose.
I'm loose, like I am basically sleeping with anyone. So she told me I should be careful, not to joke with that Shamba boy.
Okay.
He will get me pregnant.
That's bad.
Hey, like I had had so many hurtful things anyway. So I didn't know what worse things people can say to me.
Yeah.
Hey, but to my shock, Kumbe I had not had enough hurtful things. So I went back to school with the baby. And so now I am in school, and now I need to know where I'll be leaving this kid. So the whole time, I think the dad had freaked out or something like that, because I don't know. He was there, but he was still not there, because he is also still a kid.
Yeah.
He's also, we are age mates. He was also 20 at that point. He was not having sex to get a kid. He was just having fun.
For fun.
Yes, and he does not want to like to say, no, I am not the dad. That's the easiest thing that men do. They usually say, I don't think that pregnancy is mine. And that's the end of the story. So you're left to deal with your own kid. But he never said that. But he's still not okay. Like he doesn't know how to handle it at that point, I think. I don't know what was going on with him, but I was so alone during that whole period. Because he's not the one who's pregnant, he's not the one who has a kid, so his life goes on as if nothing happened. But his parents were also a bit tough on him. He had to now move back to his parents' house, because they live in Nairobi and he was studying in Nairobi. So they refused to pay rent for him. He had to go back home, because they were also feeling like your job is only to get girls pregnant.
Hey, so it was more of a punishment.
Yes, for him, because that means you can't go out, you can't do the things you used to do when you're in your parents' house. So I got back to school with my kid. That means I need to get a daycare, a proper daycare. And you've seen those clips that circulate about how kids are treated in daycare. There's one where they were being made to wipe the seats, and then they are beaten because they didn't wear proper. Like so many things are on social media that are discouraging parents to use daycare. But now I am not even in a position to have a house help. Because I am in school, and as I said, my parents told me I am old enough to take responsibility. So we were in the same school with my sister. She was your classmate. Yeah. So we were being given the same amount of money. I have a kid, she doesn't, but we were both being given the same amount of money. Yeah. So it's me to balance and know what to sacrifice so that it can be enough to take care of me and the baby. Yeah, but now my mother-in-law now, then she was not my mother-in-law because it was not even official. It was just their son had gotten a girl pregnant. She was supportive. She was really supportive. She's the one who used to pay for the daycare expenses. Sometimes when the kid got sick, I used to call her. The kid is sick, and she used to send me money. So she was really supportive. But still, I still have the headache of, like, right now you have a job, but the money is not even enough for you and all that. So imagine now being a student, the little money that you have, you still have to be a parent with it.
Yeah.
You still have your own needs as a youngster. So, okay, finally, I'm in school and I am balancing. There's still discrimination here and there. When people find out that you have a kid, they're like, I can't be friends with her or something like that. But it was still fine because I didn't even have time for friends anyway.
Yes.
I was busy. It's class after class. I am going back so that I can pick up my daughter from the daycare and go back home and start preparing now her for bed, wash her, feed her so that she can sleep.
Yeah.
So I didn't have time. I didn't have a social life, basically. I think right now, that's when I am revisiting those moments. Like what I should have been doing then,
You're
I am
doing
doing
now.
now. Yeah. Because I couldn't go out.
Yeah.
I have never attended any, campus night, freshers night. I've never gone for any of those things because I didn't have time for it.
Yeah.
When I was a fresher, I was so busy being naive and saying those things. Only bad girls go there. So I didn't go when I was in first year. Now I have gotten a kid. I have a choice of going, but I can't go because I am busy being a parent. In fact, one of my aunts told me that now that you've got a kid, you've broken your legs. Like there's nowhere you will be going. Because you have to consider the baby first and foremost. My sister used to go out, have fun, but I still used to stay in. Now, okay, it came now, the challenge of, in Mombasa, those people feel like when you have a kid and you're not in a proper marriage, or they are, like, at my age, I was so small. In fact, I was small. Right now, I am big than I was then. I was very tiny.
Yeah.
And I also looked like a baby. I had a baby face then. Now I have
You
a
still
baby.
do.
But say I'm a bit older, mature. So those people there, they do not appreciate, like the landlords. They are Muslims, and some of them are old men. Like they do not understand, how do you have a kid? Like, how are you a student and you have a kid? So that used to make me be kicked out of so many houses. Like I used to even stay in some like when I rent, they are not comfortable with that fact. Like they feel like they have now brought bad influence around.
Really?
Yes. Imagine I got kicked out of, like, I think 5 houses in Mombasa.
God.
Yeah. It was bad because you're just beginning to settle. Your kid is just beginning to make friends with the other kids around there, and then you get kicked out. You have to look for another place. And in Mombasa, getting another house is difficult. There's agent fee that is, I don't know, half the rent.
It's usually half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pay the agent fee, half the rent. You pay rent, you pay deposit, and then you also pay people who will assist you to move. And already you are a struggling person who does not even have enough money.
Yes.
So it was hard. But I used to be kicked out. In one of the houses, I was kicked out because she said, my baby is crying too loud at night. She's disturbing everybody. People who have to go to work cannot even be able to sleep. So I should move out. I moved to another house. In that one, they used to make me pay the electricity bill of that whole place because we used to share. Yes, it was, imagine I just have a bulb. I didn't even have fridge and all that, just a bed. And they are telling me to pay electricity bill of 2,000 per month. Like, what am I doing with 2,000? Just the bulb. And sometimes I am not even there.
Yeah.
And so I moved out of that one because I couldn't afford it. I moved to another house. That one, they said, those ones were bad. They were terrible. they said I don't know, my kid, okay, those ones just literally chased me out. They told me they do not want my rent anymore, that I should just go. But before now, then, they had done a series of things. I think I used to break down. And I was so weak emotionally. Then, small things used to make me cry. Because I felt like no one really understands what I'm going through. No one even people are just judging me, like no one even is taking their time to know me, like to understand that I just did something that everybody does, and I just decided now to keep the kid because people decide to abort.
Yeah.
Maybe they abort because they don't want to go through all that. But anyway, it was hard for me. So those ones chased me out. But anyway, finally, I just completed school. That's what I think. That's why I never even liked to live in Mombasa, because I completed school and left.
Left completely.
Yes, I left because Mombasa was just a bad place for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when I was pregnant, I used to pray. I used to pray to God and tell him, God, you're the one who has given me this baby. But if she has come to this world to suffer, or to make me suffer, just let me get a miscarriage. That's what I used to pray. That was my prayer every single day. That don't let me give birth to this baby. Just let me have a miscarriage if this kid is coming to suffer. So that was always my prayer. Every single day before I sleep, that was my prayer. But the good thing is, I think God heard those prayers. In as much as everybody felt I am sinful, I think God heard. Because this kid has never lacked. I have also never lacked. Like I completed school and got a job. It was not a very well paying job, but at least I had a job.
Yeah.
Because I needed to keep supporting her. So I hustled here and there. I used to do jobs that a graduate can't do. Even now, I can do a job that I think most graduates can't do because I don't understand the need to, like, kuringia kazi. And you still have kids or people who depend on you. So I used to do jobs. I can't even tell those people that I am a graduate. I never used to tell them. Because people will be like, you're doing the same jobs with us. Like people have just completed high school and they have never furthered their education. The same jobs. So they were a bit manual, but not very manual. But I used to work just to make sure that this kid gets what she needs.
Yeah.
And I do not become a burden to my parents. So fast forward to when I got my second kid.
Hey, okay, take us there.
Yeah, so
But let's just have a conversation before we even go to you having the second kid. For me, I feel like the society should just stop the judgment. Because number one, you're judging someone and discriminating them because they are a single mom. You know, sometimes people are not single moms by choice. Because I'm pretty sure if it was up to you, you would have wanted your kid to just grow up in that setting where the dad was there and you were there. But like you said, he was not having sex to have a kid. And you can't force someone to be a dad. It has to come from them. Number two, let me tell you, that thing you said of, people are being discriminated for getting pregnant in school. That was also my biggest fear ever. Because I remember you could see someone who's pregnant and just hear people talking, you know. It was one of the biggest fears that I had myself because of discrimination. So I just want to applaud you for just being able to hold yourself together and balancing school. Because wacheni niwaambie, kusoma na motherhood, because we are going to talk about balancing being a career woman and a mom. It was hard.
It was. I'm telling you, it was hard. Like people do not even understand. Like no one is there to understand that you're busy.
Yeah.
People are putting group discussions because we have group assignments.
Yes.
Group discussions from 6 to 8 in the evening, and you're waiting for 5 so that you can go and pick your kid in the day. And if you do not attend, you'll not be added in the list of the group members. Like basically, you've not done that cut. So it was not easy being a student, being a mom at the same time. And being a mom is just a whole dimension. Like you're the nurse, you're the teacher, you're all those things.
You're everything to your kid.
Yes, true, you're everything. And then now at that point, you're even worried about, like, these people, okay, we were on and off the relationship with
That's
the
what I
dad.
actually wanted to ask. Thank you so much. Take us through.
Yeah. So we were on and off because there was a lot of stress of bringing up this kid, and also now being patient with him as he internalizes being a dad.
Yeah.
You know, being a mom, you have no choice. Like, you've become pregnant, you've given birth, the baby's there. So you have to start being a mom. But being a dad, I think it gives them time to decide when they want to start feeling responsible. Because they are not the ones breastfeeding, they are not the ones who the kids will be crying every time when they are hungry. Like, they are not the ones actually facing that problem at that point.
Yeah.
So we were on and off, on, off, on, off, because of, first of all, financial constraints. He was also a student, so he was not able to assist me per se financially. But I used to feel like if he tried, he could.
Yeah.
Just wasn't trying. That was my problem at that point.
Yeah.
So it was, but it was me who was most of the time off, because I'm tired. I'm just tired. Like, what are we doing?
Yes.
If we are parents, we parent. We work hard. We do the odd jobs and just make sure at least you chip in something. So if you're not chipping in anything, I don't see where we are going. You know, because at one point you realize you cannot eat love.
For sure.
Yeah, you can't. But I just say God was faithful at that point. But when you're having on and off, you're not. This is not a stable relationship. You're not sure whether, like, you're going to end up with this guy. You're not sure you're going to end up with this guy, or you are going to end up a single mom. So you don't know, do you need to date other people? But do even other people want to date you?
Thank you.
You know, you have a kid, you have so many responsibilities. Like, dating you is a job on its own, because that means you start, you know, they were saying you're starting at 1-0. They have 0, you have 1, so you're not starting.
Yeah, because they say you have baggage. Like, why would anyone view a kid? Okay, I don't know. Especially if you're able to provide for that kid by yourself. Like, why should anyone say you have baggage?
But when you look at it, it is technically baggage, because if you get married to someone with this kid, they will not assume that baby is not there. So that means any plans you make, you have to make them considering this kid.
Yes.
As opposed to if both of you didn't have kids. So when you get a kid now, that's when you start thinking about. You know him, he's marrying a wife, and then you're coming with, we need school fees. This kid needs to go swimming. This kid, like, even if you are maybe planning, like, let's say if you're planning to start a business together.
Yeah.
That means you will not be able to put in enough money to that business, even if the money is not supporting your kid. That means you're using all your money on this kid. So the money that is left to invest in this relationship is not a lot. So that's why it feels like baggage to them. And to some extent,
it is true. Understand. Actually, it's true. You know, let me tell you, I think I also had the same mentality. Having kids changes your mentality. Because for me right now, I don't think I'd mind dating someone with kids. But before me having a kid,
you can't.
You can't.
You don't even understand, how are you approaching me and you already have a kid?
Like,
exactly. So now I also now face that problem. I am the one with a kid. No one even wants to understand the circumstances in which you got pregnant. Yeah, I remember at one point when we were off, I was dating someone, and he was ready to settle down, but there were conditions to that settling down. So first, I should first of all get pregnant for him. You know, at that point, he has not even come to my parents to, like, tell them that I want to marry her. And, you know, the whole Russia thing. He does not want to do that first. He wants me first to get a kid, because he wants to be sure I am not going back
to your ex.
To my ex. Exactly.
Mm.
And me, on the other hand, I do not want to get pregnant again out of wedlock and present my parents with the same things I made them go through again.
Yeah.
I want to be married properly. Okay? But now this other guy is not sure. Am I ready? You will only be sure I am ready when I get pregnant. And me, I'm wondering, what if I get pregnant and he leaves me? That means I'll have 2 kids with 2 different dads and I'll be a single mom.
Yes.
You see, now all those things, all those factors are coming to play. Other people, they just want to date you for fun because they have already decided, hey, this one has a kid, I cannot marry her. So they just want to date you for fun.
Yeah.
And you know you're not there for fun. Most women date to marry. So you're dating to marry, and this person is dating for fun. So that means you will be heartbroken finally.
Yes.
So even the whole dating scene is just difficult.
It's problematic, especially when you have kids.
Yes.
And now you can go to the fast forward of you getting your second kid.
Yes. So I fast forward. So I just decided that anyway, this man is my first love. Is the first man I ever loved.
Because you guys started dating in high
school. Yeah. And when I am with him, I didn't feel downgraded like I feel with some other relationships that I tried.
Yes.
So I just decided, I think I should just now take him for who he is, just love him the way he is, and appreciate the small things, and just stop focusing on what he's not doing right. I should just look at what is it that he does very nicely and just flow with it. Because it's just tiresome. Dating this person, they are leaving you because you have a kid. Dating the other one, they want you to get pregnant fast before
they marry you. Serious. Oh my God.
Like there's another one who is telling you, no, first, you will leave your kid with your mom. Those are the things, for real, those are the things that single moms go through. That's why most of them end up unmarried finally.
Okay.
Yeah, because the conditions that, and you love this kid of yours, like for you, she's your kid. So these things of somebody like making it look like they can just separate you the way they want, for like you wonder which one is more important.
Yeah.
This man might even leave me, but my kid is my kid,
For real.
Yeah.
That's your blood. And with kids come unconditional love. Other human beings always conditional.
Exactly. This person will disappoint you and you have already broken your relationship with your kid. So most single moms prefer finally to just, but for my case, it was a bit different because this man had never rejected me even for one moment. It was me who didn't want because of now some other factors. So I just weighed the importance of like these other things. Is it a must? Like, can I accommodate him when he's not doing that?
Yeah.
So you just weigh like how much of your devil can you take? Because now the whole time I am looking for an angel, but now you're like, it's better the devil.
The devil. Because let me tell you something I heard. A friend of mine told me sometimes when you have someone and then you have issues, sometimes you always feel like, you want to try something else. But then this person told me they are all backed by the same mom. They all have the same behaviors. Stick to the one you know. So whatever you're saying is so true.
It's true.
Yeah.
So I was just weighing. I was saying this man loves his daughter.
Yes.
Then I had just one. So he loves his daughter in as much as we have our problems. And he also tries his best to get me back. It's just me who doesn't want because I am looking for something better that I am not even getting.
Yes. Yes.
So I just felt, let me just be done with the drama. I am growing older also, and my daughter needs to know her dad. Like, I just now need to decide. If I am leaving, I am leaving, kabisa. If I am staying, I am staying. So I decided, I weighed between living and staying. I felt staying was much lighter than living because it's not that I also do not love him.
Yeah.
I'm just, it's you're leaving someone because you love them. You will be crying because you've left them.
Yeah.
But you had the option of staying.
Yes.
So I just chose to stay.
Mm.
So and we were blessed with our second kid.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, I was ready because I had a nice job.
Yeah.
He didn't have a nice job then, but I felt I was okay to have two kids. Like, sometimes we say it's the woman who decides how many kids
They
you will
want.
have.
Thank you so much. Like that's because at the end of the day, this is what people don't understand. A man can come and tell you I want 5 kids, but with these 5 kids, it's you who is going to struggle to raise them.
Exactly.
Because sometimes they say yes, both of us we are parents, we're providing for the kids, but you as the mom, you are the primary caregiver because you have more responsibility over that child.
True. Yes. True. 100%. So, but at that point, I felt he didn't feel like he's ready because he didn't have a job. But I was.
Yeah.
And I knew even if we get a kid, I think I can be able to support 2 kids. Based on now my financial stability at that point. Yeah. And I was also, I had always aimed, I know they say that you should not put an age limit to everything because it gives you a lot of pressure. Like when you're saying by when I am 20, I want to have done this. By 25, I want to have done this. But I had said by 30, I want to be done having kids. I am not done.
You're not?
I am not. What? And I am almost turning 30. So, but at that point, I felt I was now ready for the second kid. And I got the second kid. So surprisingly, it was a whole different landscape. At this point. No, everybody is now appreciating this pregnancy. Like you're the same person who was pregnant 8 years ago, and you're still. But this one was handled differently. People are celebrating it. People are looking forward to you having a kid. People want to come and see. Like I think people just want you to be okay. To be like you're not bringing us your problems.
To be financially okay.
You have to be financially okay. Now that's the only time people will celebrate your pregnancy.
Yeah.
And the second one was celebrated by many people. And I mean, in fact, everybody. Because I have 2 sisters and a brother, and no one else has kids. Same with my husband now. In his family, he's the only one who has kids.
Okay.
So these grandparents, the 4 of them, they are so excited to have more grandkids. And it was nice, this one, but now. This one, I had a job now. A very serious job. Now.
Okay.
Now the balancing of, I also had baby fever. When you have baby fever, you don't realize there's sleepless nights.
Yeah.
There is still work to do. There is house girls who are coming and leaving anytime they want. Like, there are so many things that you do not, but you just have baby shower. So you just want
baby fever. Yeah.
You just want to have a baby. But I got my kid. And for this one, the pregnancy was not difficult. And even the whole giving birth, I already knew what to expect. So I was not even shocked. But the other one was not normal birth. It was CS.
Okay.
So now the problems of CS are different with the problems of normal birth. So now you're coming home. I came home to a house girl. I had a new house girl. She was a slay queen. She used to put on makeup. And she was a beautiful girl, but I don't know. She just wasn't meant to be a house help. So I came back from the hospital with a small kid, and now the sister. So now I have 2 kids. My husband was also now in the house at that point, but the house girl doesn't want to assist with anything. Like she's already feeling like, hey, you guys have added work for me because you had moved to a bigger house now to accommodate this kid.
Yeah.
She's saying now you're giving me a bigger house to clean, another baby's clothes to wash, and all that. And now she wanted a pay raise. I had promised to give her a pay raise as soon as the other baby was born. But the attitude, so I just chased her away. It's my first day from hospital. I have not still healed, so I do not have a house help. It's just me. Yeah, and a mom is still a mom. Like there's no break from being a mom.
Yeah.
You're sick, you're still a mom. you're busy, you're still a mom.
Mm-hmm.
So now I had this wound, your cut here.
Yeah.
So I had this wound. I can't even stand properly, but I still need to cook for these kids.
Mm-hmm.
There was no water in that house because it was a new house. I think there was a problem with connectivity.
Okay.
Yeah, like now that's the period I can say I got postpartum depression.
Mm-hmm.
It was depressing. Now, that's when you even realize even the good job that you thought you had does not even give you enough money now for 2 kids.
Yeah.
Me, I thought I was financially okay
Yeah.
to get 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
But now after you get the kid, that's when you realize, hey, there is more to it. Trying to manage your finances
Mm-hmm.
to accommodate this new baby that has come. Because you think you've bought everything, kumbe you have not. There's still things you need to, like you're spending a lot. You're also spending a lot on food because you have to eat a different diet. I don't know, it was a lot of spending, a lot, and it's like that money was not enough. And then you have work. My job was not so stressful, but there's still stress of work. There's now getting to go to work and still spending time with your kid. There's this other one who needs homework to be done. This other one who will sleep throughout the day and then not sleep throughout the night. And then you have to wake up again tomorrow, the following day, and you need to be ready for work and all that. I think that stress was just a lot. It was a lot. It was more than like, in my mind, I had not envisioned it would be like that.
Yeah.
And we also now started having disagreements again with the dad. I was feeling like he's not doing enough, like he's not doing what I want him to be doing, and he was there. He really tried to be there, but I think I had my own issues.
Yeah. Because remember, you're also going through postpartum at
Yeah.
that particular time. I think, by the way, we'll just do another episode on postpartum.
Yeah.
Because trust me, I've also been through it. And I think the funny thing about postpartum is you don't realize you're going through it. It's someone else who realizes you're not the same person.
You're not okay.
You're not okay. It's not you. Honestly, we're going to have another conversation on just postpartum.
We should.
We are going, that's our next episode.
Yeah, because those are normal things that happen to people. But like, it's what a mom should go through, but what it makes you feel going through it is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The partner, he was not, you're feeling like he was not being as supportive as you wanted him to be.
yeah, I felt that because okay, I think now this is the soap opera thinking, or maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know. I expected him to be like waking up, making me breakfast, and helping me with the kid. He used to try sometimes, but this kid, maybe he also doesn't know how to handle a small baby. Like you're both just starting, you see, and he does not know why this kid is crying. I also don't know, but he thinks I know. So he prefers me handling it the whole time.
Yeah.
But sometimes I used to wake up and the kid is crying and I just give him, take. You're also upright. Go. I want to sleep.
Yeah.
And then he would go and shake the baby and try to make her sleep. But still, sometimes she slept, sometimes she does not. So he comes again to wake me up, to take care of the kid. And I don't know, that is so stressful. But I think it's not really about him not doing enough. It's just about being a new mom, technically. It's just that. Because what else would he have done?
Okay, let me just chime in a little bit. Personally, what I'd like to say, because I also have friends who have kids, and even from their experiences, this is honestly what I have to say. I know we're the ones with breasts, but it's so unfair. You are 2 parents living in the same house, and then it's me who has to deal with the baby day and night. Listen, even if you have a help, because you see, personally, I usually feel like if I leave the baby with the help during the day, at night, I don't want to wake her up.
Again.
Because it's your kid, it's your responsibility. So I feel like Kenyan men, not even Kenya, I think African, they need to be more supportive. Let's just say men in general need to be very supportive of their wives, especially when they're new moms.
Yeah.
Because number one, there's that issue of not getting enough sleep. Let me tell you, maybe there's a time, because me when I got my child, during the first 2 weeks I went to stay with my mom. I was so sleep deprived, and then I had that fear of giving my 1 week child to a nanny. So I used to handle my baby alone until I got to that point where now the baby was crying at night. I'm so sleep deprived. I'm so exhausted. Now she was just crying and I was looking at her because I feel like I've done my best.
Yeah.
I felt like I was going crazy. It's my mom who just took up the role, because now sometimes she'd hear the baby crying through the night and you don't know why. Listen, the man thinks he doesn't know why the baby is crying. I also don't know why she's crying. Or
Yes,
he's
why
crying.
does he expect you
To know?
to solve that problem?
And sometimes you're trying to breastfeed the baby, she doesn't want. She does not have a wet diaper. The kid is well fed. So sometimes we as women also don't know why the kids are crying. And
don't.
sometimes I just feel like you just need a shoulder to lean on, someone to just come and take the baby away from you, just to give you space.
Yeah.
Just to give you that time.
That's
And sometimes me, I just feel like, even dads, pump maziwa, leave that milk there. Go take a day off.
Yes, also you now be a parent.
Yes.
Because for dads, I think my mom used to say, when I was small, I used to cry a lot. And my dad was telling her, and then you kakai sitting room. Like you and your crying baby to the sitting room. And he's left sleeping.
Yeah.
But that's what happens, and that's what still also happened to me. Like you're thinking, it's just my dad, my husband will be different. But there is no difference. Maybe they think we understand the baby more than they do. But we do not also.
Yeah.
So there was also now that for me. Because I don't know. This baby used to cry a lot. They are saying she's not well fed, but I have been breastfeeding her for the longest time until now my nipples hurt.
Yes.
You just don't want to breastfeed anymore. You want to sleep, but you can't sleep. Because this kid, I also went through the same problem of not sleeping at all.
Yeah.
Because you're working during the day, you come in the evening, you have a kid who has been sleeping throughout the day. When you are not there, when you're out working, this kid is sleeping.
Yes.
When you come back, now they do not have sleep anymore. They do not want anybody to sleep. And you know everybody will go to sleep except you. Because you're the one who is left shaking the baby the whole night.
Yeah. And
So
that's so unfair.
Yeah, that's so unfair. But still, we are the moms. So
I don't know. I just feel like things need to change, because let me tell you, this is why sometimes I feel like moms, they don't end up despising. We end up despising the whole experience of being moms again. Because I'm just like, I just stay with one baby. Why do I need another
you don't
one?
need stress.
So I feel like sometimes when you don't have a strong support system, it makes you despise the whole process. You love your baby so much, but you despise going through the whole process again. Because it gets easier with time, because the baby grows up, and the crying, I don't know. For me, I feel like my kid is crying more now. For real, she's crying more now.
The older she grows, the more she cries.
Yes, maybe with the sleep part, you start getting more sleep, because she also starts sleeping through the night.
Yeah.
But anaenda kichanuka. So sometimes it's like she doesn't want to be kept down. She just keeps crying. I wouldn't say it gets easier with time. It does not. For real, it doesn't. Yeah.
It doesn't, because even when the kids grow old and they my daughter is 9, she's turning 9 in a few months, but she still needs as much attention as she did. I think even more, because right now you're not even sure, like she's watching things on TV or YouTube.
Yes.
Sometimes you do not have enough time to actually monitor what they are doing. So they have a change in behavior. My daughter sometimes usually feel like no one, my firstborn, no one loves her, no one appreciates her. Like she's saying, everybody, my small one is called Scarlett. Scarlett always gets what she wants, but I do not, because when Scarlett is crying for something, it's Kimberly, give it to Scarlett so that Scarlett can stop crying. And you're thinking Kimberly maybe understands that this is the baby, but she does not, because she's also feeling like I'm also a baby.
Yeah.
Like, why are you now? This one even found me here.
Yes. But then, you know, the hospital where I gave birth in, we had this support group for women, which I really appreciate because it helped me get through my early stages of motherhood. So I used to see women there complaining, not even complaining, let's just say raising issues on how they're finding it so hard to balance love between two kids.
Yeah.
Because you see, number one, when a kid is small, he or she needs all the attention.
Yeah.
But this other kid also needs your attention.
Yeah.
So just trying to, even you being sane, oh my God, being a mom is so hard.
Yeah. Especially now when you also have a husband that you.
So you have
also,
3 babies. Oh my God.
Basically, you have 3 babies that you did. All of them want you to love them as if they are the only one who is there.
Yes.
Like there's no other person.
And whether you're just one person
Yes.
who's required to show 3 people the same amount of love and not show that you love this one more than this one. Oh my God.
And you know, you also not, you're just giving. You're giving, you're not getting.
You're not receiving.
Yeah. So it's I think that's where the whole depression thing comes in.
from.
So me, I have this small kid who is crying for everything. She
Yeah.
wants the remote because somebody else has the remote. She wants the books that you guys are using. She wants my bag. She wants everything. And then there's this other one that you're telling, give it to her, give it to her, give it to her so that she can stop crying.
Yes.
And every single time, my firstborn daughter gets angry. Every single time. I even thought she will get used to it with time, but she does not. Every time you tell her, give that to Scarlett so she can stop crying. Why are you always giving things to Scarlett? Scarlett can't even let me have anything. And she gets angry and goes to her bedroom. So she's just getting into adolescence, and you're also learning how to handle an adolescent kid. You're also learning how to
Handle a toddler. Oh
so
my God.
it's difficult because you don't understand the tantrums of this one. You know she's crying for something. So if you give her, it will be okay.
Stop.
But the tantrums of this other one who has piled up things that you guys are not doing this to me, you do not even love me anymore. Now you have to deal with that other. You don't even know when to beat the kid, when to sit them down and talk to them. You don't know when to ground them. And you don't know which punishment is suitable for which action.
Yes.
When do you need to be tender? When do you need to be tough? Like, you don't want to have a spoiled brat, but you also do not want to have a depressed kid. Like, now, jingling that, and you know, sometimes they say this bigger one is behaving that way because of something you've also done or you've not done right as a parent.
Yeah.
So you're still also questioning your parenting skills. Like, might this kid be this way because maybe I have not shown them enough love, or maybe because I am not giving them attention, or is it because I am too busy at work that they barely see me here? Like, you don't even know if you're the one who is doing it wrong, or this kid is just hard-headed, or they need guidance, they need beating. I don't know. You don't even know what to change, how to approach things sometimes. So that's why I said that parenting is still learning. Like, you can't say you are a perfect parent. Like, you can't even give another parent advice on how to bring up their kid. Yes. That's why I think in this program now we can only tell about our experiences so that somebody else out there will also feel like I am not the only one who goes
Going
through it.
yes.
And so if this one handled it this way, and they are still surviving, they didn't die, so that means then I will also be okay. You see, but nobody can raise their kid using the formula that I am using, because my daughter is still growing up. I don't even know what she will turn out to be, in as much as I feel like I am being the best mom in the world. But there are things that I am not doing right. There are things that maybe I can do better, but I do not even know if I am doing wrong or right. There's no manual. I'm just going, like handling this problem when it comes.
Yes.
And I'm just hoping that the good things that I am teaching her, the both of them now, are like, it's what will reflect when they grow up. But you know, a a parent can't really know, because this kid also has a brain of her own. She can make their own choice. You cannot choose for them what to do or what not to do. Like, my parents were the best parents. I'm sure they know they were the best parents, but I still got pregnant at 19. And I am pretty sure they blamed themselves, especially my mom. I think she was thinking maybe I didn't raise her right, maybe I didn't advise her properly, things like those. Like, they still come back and blame. We parents, we come back and blame ourselves for how our kids turn up. So sometimes we have done mistakes, but they were not intentional. It was not your choice to bring up a thief. Like, somebody just, maybe they finished school, you took them through school, but they didn't get a job. So the only way they can survive is stealing, and they become thieves.
Yeah.
But now, as a parent, you'll be like, is it because I didn't beat them that time they stole 10 bob?
You'll always question yourself. I think for me, you see, sometimes they say experience is the best teacher.
Yeah.
So like right now, because we've been through it,
Yeah.
we get to understand some of the choices our parents made rather than question.
True.
And I'm actually imagining, because right now, like you, the father moved to another country.
Yeah.
So you guys are like doing the long distance. First of all, how are you managing the long distance marriage? And also, because now, see, you're not in the same household, so it's more of like co-parenting.
Yeah.
So how are you managing the two?
I am in that situation right now. I'm also trying to figure out. But for me, it's just one day at a time.
Yeah.
Because I think for all our lives, in fact, my sister was calculating for me, because I told her, I have been dating the same guy for, is it 13 years now? I think it's 13 years. She told me, no, they're just 5. She told me they're just 5. And I was looking at it and saying, yeah, true. It could be they're just 5. Because we've been in a long distance relationship all our lives. He was a student in Nairobi. I was a student in Technical University of Mombasa. He lives in Nairobi. I live in Meru. Yeah. And right now, I work in Nairobi, but he lives in Australia, you see. So that means the time that we have actually spent together is 5 years or less. Those times, especially now, during the birth of our second born, that's when we spent the longest time together. Okay. But even then, he was living in Nairobi, I was living in Meru. So he's just coming to visit. It's just that he can stay for a whole month, because he didn't have a job then. So he can stay for a month. So for that 1 month, that's when we actually lived together. We've never lived kabisa. Like, okay, it has been long distance for the longest time. It's just that now this time he's miles away. Yeah. Like, he's in a place where, for me to go there, I need to like have more than 200K. And now it's just me. And I need to get, I don't know, visas and all that. It's complicated seeing him. And him visiting also, it involves a lot of money. So how I am coping. We usually have video calls. We video call, like, I think almost all the time. But still the timelines are different. Yes. His time is ahead with 8 hours. So that means when it's daytime here, he's sleeping. Yeah. When he's awake, I am sleeping. You see? Sometimes he video calls me when I am at work. Like, I am so busy, but that's when he has time. Like, he's just about to go to sleep. So he's just calling me before he sleeps. And I do not have time for a conversation at that point, because I am busy. Then he calls again when I am maybe on my way home, when, on transit. So that means we can't even hear each other properly. Like, it's difficult communicating, because the timelines are different. The time zones are different. And also, now, I don't know, sometimes now I have to be like a single mom, technically. I'll just need to consult him about some things, because he's still the man of the house. Like, I wouldn't want him to feel like I do not respect that fact. Yes. See, he's far away, but he still controls the decisions that I make when I am here. Because I have to consult. I have to tell him, I am thinking of buying this and this and this. Should we buy it? And he tells me, he can say, yes, even maybe that bed is already old. Let me just buy you a new one. You see, and he buys from there because he knows people here and they bring it in the house. Like, we are just trying to cope with the situation, how it is, as we try to make it better. The kids, I don't know, Scarlett, the small one, he went when she was 1 year old. Or I think she was less than 9. No, she had just turned 1 year old. So right now she knows him through the video calls. Like she spent time with him, but she can't remember obviously because she was a small kid. Yeah, and he tried his best to bond with her. So right now we just make sure that she knows, she knows that she has a dad, and this is the dad, you just can't see him right now. So she even calls. Sometimes she takes my phone and calls. She says, I want to call daddy. And she video calls daddy and they talk. Although she doesn't know how to speak properly, she's still learning. But you can hear they're having a conversation. And she knows now this is daddy. Kimberly calls her dad, especially when she needs money. Yeah. So she's the other times she does not want to speak to him because Kimberly doesn't like speaking to people on phone calls. She doesn't like phone calls. She would rather you meet one-on-one. She doesn't understand. No, what stories can I tell you over the phone? Yeah. I usually tell him how you have been, how your day has been, but she does not. Like even me, sometimes she does not tell me how her day was. She just tell her, Kimberly, how was your day? My day was very nice. Did you play? Yes. With who? She tells me 1, 2, 3. So that's the end of the story. But now at one point when we are maybe spreading the bed or she's dressing up for bed, she tells me, by the way, today I don't know who hit my leg. Those are stories that come randomly. But when you tell me how your day was, she does not know what to tell you. So the same way her dad calls, can I speak to Kimberly? Kimberly, speak to your dad. Sasa daddy. End of story. She does not know what else to say. Yeah. Except when she needs money. She needs a tablet. She needs money for swimming. They have been asked to go for a school trip. So she needs, that's the kind of stories that she tells her dad. And even her dad sometimes is like, Kimberly, you only talk to me when you need money. But any other time, you have nothing to say to me. And it's true, she doesn't know what else to say. You see? Yeah. Scarlett also, she just says there, daddy, daddy. She calls him daddy for the whole video call. So it's hard. And now for me, he's far. I don't know. I miss him a lot, but I also can't see him. And it's just I don't even know that we are talking about it. Yeah.
You don't know. It's hard. It's difficult.
It's difficult, but it's the first time this is happening. It's been a year now since he left, and I'm still trying to cope. Being a faithful wife, and I don't know, it's hard. It's not easy. I don't know.
Especially because you look like this.
Yeah, people keep thinking you're a single mom.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of approaches from random guys, and it's tiresome. And you can see I don't even have a ring on my finger yet. So.
Guys, we need a ring. It's hard explaining to people
how you're married.
Yes. It's so hard. But then sometimes, when you don't have a ring and someone sees you with a kid, and they don't know whether you're with the dad or not, they just tend to judge. Sometimes they just assume. But I think what I love is the fact that you're also trying to even make the kids be in, the dad. Okay, now how am I going to put this? The kids and the dad to be in each other's lives, and you're trying to advocate for that, because that's what I love. Not just sometimes when a human being, and I feel like if Mimi, I'm having a problem connecting with you, I might feel a type of way towards, will this relationship work, nini. Sometimes we just tend to involve the kids into your animosity.
You're hating each other, and you want the kids to hate their dad.
Yes. So the fact that you're also trying to make them be present, and the dad are present in their lives, I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
Not a lot of people can do that. And even just some people don't even know. Sometimes when you become a mom, kitambo, I didn't understand. Because, there are people who used to say when someone gets a kid, sometimes they let go of themselves, I may not have gained a little bit of weight, but, sometimes it's so hard because I want to have fun. I can't.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, I can't have as much fun as I want because I have to be home by a certain time.
Yeah.
I can't sleep outside. I can't go out past this time. And then when you get a kid, especially the first one. I don't even want to say the first one. When you get kids, even as a mom, kitambo, when I go in town, see something, get it for myself. Nowadays, when I go to town, see something for my kid, I'd rather get something for my kid
instead of you.
Yeah, and that's how we find ourselves just letting go of ourselves. Now I understand why people are saying when someone gets a kid, if this person alikuwa slay queen nini anaanza kujiachilia nini, but it's not kujiachilia, it's just like that you're loving another human being more than yourself.
Exactly.
And even just finding the balance. Maybe sometimes I say I think I've just let myself go because I can't even tell you at the last time I had fun. Walai.
And when you actually have fun, you feel guilty for having fun.
Yes, I just want to go, and then you just want to go back home to your kid.
Exactly. So sometimes I try to go out, but the whole time I am, my kids don't sleep until I come home.
Yeah.
Even if I come late, I'll find them on the couch or on the carpet waiting for me. So when I am out there, like I am drinking and dancing, but at the back of my mind, I'm like, hey, have these kids eaten? Is Scarlett crying? Will I find them in bed or I'll find them feeling cold
on the couch?
Did they eat? Like, those are the things I am asking myself. And sometimes you just zone out. Like, you're with people and you're just thinking, like, should I really stay here? Like, is it worth it? Am I even really enjoying being here, or would I rather be home? Like, you just, I don't know, I think you kind of forget how to take care of yourself.
That's the term. You actually really do forget. Because I used to say I used to do my nails, now I don't. Because where's the time?
There's no time. And then you can't also have long nails when you have small kids.
But I think sometimes you just need your partner kuja kupatia hata 5,000, 10,000.
Go spoil yourself.
Spoil yourself. We need it. We really do need it because of what we go through.
But that is wishful thinking. So we had better learn how to spoil ourselves.
Yeah.
Spare some money for you.
Yeah.
Spare some time for you.
Yeah.
I think we should not just get lost in parenting.
Yeah.
And we do not have a life. We don't have friends. We don't have a fun life anymore. We should just know how to balance.
Yeah, because I need to resume my fun life
because
I've been so boring off late. But thank you so much. Hey, I think this has been such an insightful conversation and a much needed conversation. Thank you so much for gracing my channel. If someone wants to reach out to you to ask for advice or just talk to you about the things they're going through, what are your socials? Wanaweza kupata wapi?
Doly Kate Kawira. Facebook, Instagram, it's Doly Kate Kawira. TikTok. I do some TikTok because I'm trying to still be a cool mom. Yeah, it's still Doly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doly D.
All right. And if you guys want cakes, you've had go to Cake City. Go say I'm here, courtesy of Doly Kate. But thank you so much, guys, for watching to the end of the video. Unfortunately, we've come to the end. I know conversation imebamba. I've also had fun during the conversation, but we've come to the end of it, and I'll try as much as I can, guys, just give you more content. I'm really trying my best, like you've heard. It's not easy balancing, but I'm not complaining. I'm just glad I get to do what I love. So guys, tell me what you thought about this episode down on the comment section below. Also, I usually tell you guys, your wish is my command. Tell me what else do you want to see on this particular channel. And if you're a mom who has an interesting story and you'd like to come and share your story on my platform, my email is njerimwangi211@gmail.com. Just shoot me an email and tell me, this is my story. Leave your contact details as well. And until the next video, bye guys.